Our project was to develop a protocol that could control insulin and give the nurses a treatment option to help stabilise the patients in the ICU.
I think it was especially good for us because we put our names forward to the university after they'd selected their list of nominees. So the fact that they were willing to put in the extra work for us and support us through that was really good. It sort of showed that they recognised how much we wanted to have a chance at this award. Well, it looks pretty good on the CV. Yeah, it's obviously a really prestigious award, so it'll do wonders for postgraduate applications and stuff, which I'll be looking at later in the year.
Great on CV, it's great to bring up in job interviews. It's a great way of showing, because the project was quite dynamic in what we had to do, so it's a great way of showing our skills and shows that these skills were recognised by IPENZ as being up there.
Just show that you've been recognised already at undergraduate level for the work that you've done, and that it's been of such a high standard, and just bodes well for future opportunities.
The big thing that engineers do and provide is completion, something that is finished, complete, it works, it can be sold. And I think that's, for these guys starting their careers, that's the most important thing that they can provide as proof. I've completed something, which virtually, or not virtually, but most undergraduates can't. They haven't had that experience. As far as the nomination for the prize, the nomination was a bit behind because somebody travels a lot, that might be me. But I also felt very strongly, based on the results we were seeing, that they had achieved that level of completion.
I think at the beginning of the year we have to take a bit of a gamble on how the project's going to evolve. It's research. You're trying something new every single time. So I felt at the beginning of the year that we definitely had the best team, that were enthusiastic to achieve something, but you're always going to, it's a bit of a roller coaster, you're always going to find pitfalls along the way. So as the project evolved, their skills really shone through, and not only the skills they had at the beginning of the project, but their ability to learn new skills as they progressed, made sure that they could adapt with everybody's changing needs as we figured out what we actually wanted to do to achieve with the project. And so by the end, I was very happy that they achieved something that was complete, finished, and it's also applicable on a worldwide scale. So given those aspects, I was very, very pleased that they were nominated for the award and of course have won it.
Yes. Given a project like this, that you want to achieve something, you go on until you do.
I guess just the opportunities that it will give, not only for me in my career, but also for the project itself as it progresses. Getting this kind of recognition means that it's more likely to be able to go further, reach wider, and do what it's supposed to do.
Yeah, I'm working in the kind of biomedical engineering industry at the moment, which is really great because that's why I did this project. That's the area I'm interested in. Hopefully at the end of this year and next year I'll be applying for postgraduate study in biomedical as well and see where it goes from there.
Aircraft travel. It's basically you take a house, bring it up to 700 kilometres an hour, fly it through the air, and then somehow stop it on a runway. And the fact that it is safer than, for example, driving a car, it's one of the safest methods of transport in the world, is a great example of engineering, ingenuity of thought, and plus people being very vigorous about how they apply engineering.
I can recollect, I passed these on to my sister who told me how she used to build Lincoln log cabin houses, and I would devise ever better Lincoln log catapults to knock them down. So it was probably just the opportunity to create interesting and entertaining devices or systems.
But as I grew up, it was really the thought that you could do something worthwhile.
I'm not sure there was really one piece of engineering that first impressed me. It was more the idea of what you could do with engineering. Just it's so wide-reaching, there's endless possibilities, and you actually get to put into practice all the science, physics and maths.
I think engineers have been so successful that they're kind of taken for granted now, and sometimes it's necessary to remind people about where we get our electricity from, how we get potable water, and the kind of contribution that it makes to the worldwide economy. So it's about supporting society.
I've thought about this off and on a number of times over the years. Very simple answer. Engineers enable society's aspirations and the hopes of things they want to accomplish.
So I feel engineers are at the crossroads between these two vast aspects of combining both technology and society together.
My dream job would be working in research and development on robotic prosthetics.
I like that engineering, I guess by the very definition of the word, is like at the cutting edge, like you're designing and you're problem solving something new every time.
What inspires me about engineering is that it is so vast. There's parts of engineering in every single part of our daily lives, and most of it probably hidden from view. Most people don't know how much engineering is involved in a lot of just day-to-day life. And so since it's so integrated in our daily life, it's quite an inspiration to be able to learn a profession that can affect society in such a crucial way.
Definitely. I mean, you look at biomedical engineering and in some places the ratio is 50-50. Like, there's no reason that shouldn't translate over into other disciplines as well. You know, it's organisations like IPENZ that really help to promote it. So as long as you keep doing that, I think definitely.